the best alkaline water system for your home. I'm going to teach you how to install it in 10 easy steps, and it's really pretty easy to do. Look, people are buying bottled water off the shelf at a crazy rate. What if I told you that there's a product that you can install in your kitchen and it'll actually help you get just as good a water as you can off the shelf at the store? And it's going to save you a lot of money each and every year. And this video is sponsored by Halo, but we believe in Halo. It's a great product. If you want to learn more about it, just go to halowater.com. A couple of my favorite things about this system, and the reason that this is the one that I talk about, they've got a drip tray that literally it's a leak detection built into the unit. If it gets wet, it shuts the system off. That way you don't get your cabinet ruined or anything at all like that. It's built to protect you. And there's a 1 gallon use to 1 gallon waste ratio on this. And another great thing about this system, the PFAS removal and the chemical removal, well, you know, PFAS, that thing right there. I'm not gonna try it. I don't think it's that hard to say though. But here's the deal. These are the chemicals, the forever chemicals that we get in our body that this is not what we need to be putting in it. So you're gonna enjoy this system. Let's install it and show you how easy it is to do. So just looking at everything, want to make sure that we have all the parts and pieces. It's got the hoses attached, your adapters, your drain connections. Got all the hoses here connected to the unit. So one of the first things that I like to do is actually get everything in here, lay it out. That way I know where it's gonna go. I know that I've got plenty of room for it. I mean, this is really a very small system to do what it does. Now, I'm gonna end up mounting these over here because I want to be able to get to these filters to change them out, do what I need to do. This tank, I can either try to move this forward and put that tank way back in the corner, but I don't really want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and leave it right there. It will slide back a little bit. My cold connection is actually right behind the garbage disposal. But now that I know how it's going to fit in here, everything's good. So at this point, I would probably slide everything right where I know it can go, or right where I think it's going to go, really, really close. And then call the homeowner and say, look, this is going to take up some space under here, but we talked about that beforehand. You don't want to just throw this on them all of a sudden. Like if you got here and this cabinet was full and then you put this in and they try to put everything back, they're not going to be real happy with you. So as a homeowner and a DIYer, you need to understand that too. Look at how much room that you're going to lose. It's really not worth it compared to how much money you're going to save because of the quality of the water. So step 2 is the faucet installation. So we're actually going to have to drill this. We've got a stainless steel sink in here. So we're actually going to have to mark this and drill it right where we want it. And by looking down here, I've got plenty of room. It's easy to get to. We did this sink install. If you don't remember, you can go back and watch that video. But anyway, if you've got a sink that already has a hole for it, you don't have to drill it or anything like that. You'll just install the faucet wherever you want it. If you've got a cock hole cover in your sink, you know, where there used to be something there, maybe soap dispenser or something, or if you want to get rid of your soap dispenser and put this in, there's all kinds of different opportunities here. So let's come up here and install this faucet. Okay, so when I'm laying these out to drill, I want to look and see how far this one is back from the front, because I want that one centered the exact same. So that's a 2-inch center. So I'm going to look at where I want this, and I'm going to say to center it up between the edge and that faucet. Okay, I'm looking at 1.5 inches. All right, so now I know right where I want it. Get my drill and get my drill bit and get over here and get this done. Now, looking at this system, it shows connecting the blue hose to the faucet. Well, I want to make sure that we've got the right blue hose because there are two of them. And this is the one that comes out of the post filter, the alkaline filter. So this is the one that we want hooked up to the faucet. I just wanted to look at that and check and make sure, since there are two blue hoses, make sure that we get it done right.
Nut furrow.
Step 4, just check to make sure the halo leak control valve is here and installed. Make sure it's got a cartridge down in there, and make sure it's locked back down like it should be. I'm not gonna pull it out, but there's one of the compressed textile discs down in the bottom here. That is what will get wet, swell, and flip that switch like I just did and shut everything off. The next step is gonna be to install the drain saddle. I've got all my pieces right here. I just want to line it up and make sure I know where I'm going in. So I'm going to go in right here. That way I'm not into the thick part here where my garbage disposal drains down into. I'm right below it. Plenty of room right there. So what I can do is go ahead and measure, mark it center, drill my 1/4 inch hole, and stick my drain in. Now you want to make sure that when you drill, you're only going through the first side, you don't go all the way through. If you do, you're going to end up having leaks under here. I'm assuming that this is the drain sponge gasket thingy. So you apply the gasket right there. Line that up. Get it right where I want it. Step 5 is install the drain saddle. So as you see, we got it in, got it done, got it hooked up. I've got where I can loop it up. So I'm looking pretty good. Now, step 6 is tank placement. But where my water line is, I know that I'm gonna need room in there to work. So we're not gonna do tank placement at this moment, but we've got the valve put on, got it ready to go, and we'll just slide it in when it's time for that. Step number 7 is mounting the RO system. Now, we can mount it up here on the wall if we want to, but we know that we've got to pull this out to change out the cartridges. And we've got plenty of room up under here. So to be honest, we're not going to mount it. We're going to leave enough flexibility that we can slide it out, set it right down here, and change out the cartridges whenever we need to. So one of the things that I love about this, we've got the adapter here. So what I can do is disconnect the hose, put this on where the hose is, now attach the hose here. So nothing really changed on my water faucet system. But then I have the T there with its own valve that'll control the water to the RO system. Okay, so we saw we had a flare connection on this angle stop. That's why that adapter wouldn't go on it. So what I'm doing, I'm putting that into the hose back on because this hose is 3/8 flare by 1/2 inch. If you're a plumber, always remember that when you're installing this stuff up under the sink. It's like, if somebody has to get up under here and work on it, how's it gonna be? Because one day, believe it or not, it may be you. All right. And now we hook the cold line back up to the faucet. Okay, I've got the valve turned off. Hoses hooked up. And I'm not seeing any drips. So now I'm gonna loosen up the compression nut and the insert piece. Okay, so remember, step 6 was tank placement. I'm putting it back in now because I've got the valve where I need it. I've got everything installed. All I've got to do is hook up the last hose to that tank. And literally, it's just push it in, lock it down, and we are good. Now, the diaphragm down here, this is already filled, so this is gonna maintain pressure on it to make sure everything works like it should. Step number 9 is startup. We turn it on, we check for leaks. Now, I've already turned the water on through the T. I don't have any leaks there, I know. But now what I'm gonna do, that 1/4 inch line, that inlet line for the system, I'm gonna go ahead and reach over there and crack it open. Now what I'm doing is I'm looking everywhere for leaks. Over here at the cartridges, every connection that I made, I just wanna make sure that there's nothing under here that's gonna leak, drip, cause any problems to the homeowner, to their cabinet, or anything like that. All right, guys, I gotta tell you, the installation went very well. I don't see any leaks anywhere. And remember, one of the best things about this filtration system is the PFAS. Chemical removal, plastics removal, all kinds of things that you really don't want in your drinking water. All right, so we've given it 4 hours, so we know that the tank is full now. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and turn this on and flush it out. And as you see, we got a lot of dirty water coming out through there. See a little bit of, we just stuff off the rubbers, could be all kinds of different things. Now, you look down here and you notice that it's flashing blue. And I did have to pull out the little piece of plastic isolating the battery, but it's gonna flash blue as long as everything's good. When it's time to change the cartridges, it's gonna start flashing red, and that lets you know it's time to take care of your business. That's all there is to it. Okay, so that's exactly what we were waiting for. We know that that tank is empty now. This tank will fill again in the next 2 to 3 hours. Then it's all good water coming out of it. There's a food grade preservative protecting the diaphragm in there. So that's what you want to fill that tank and then completely rinse it for. And as you can see, well, we've about emptied the tank. So guys, this was really a very easy installation. I've got to tell you, in just a couple of hours, you can have this thing installed. A few hours later, you have the system full and ready to flush. Took us about 5 minutes to flush it, and now it's just wait and let it refill and we're good to go. Once again, this video is sponsored by Halo Water Systems. If you want to find out how to get the very best water in your house, the real plumber's choice, go to halowater.com.